Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Oh no, I was about to write a long section about Abigail when I saw the news that revealed Annalyn McCord's true identity. And that's exactly what a ton of fans feared or suspected. Kat is the grandchild of Constantine. Katharina ended up in Salem and, I suppose, had 4 children. John did not kill her. Every green is a million. John is thrilled to hear this news, but it's also a little terrible because it means we won't get to witness it happen on screen because Drake Hodgson is no longer with us. However, Constantine has passed away. People detested him and they were extremely irritated that he had teased Abigail's comeback only to take it away. It will be considerably harder for Annalyn McCord to win over people after tying fake Abigail/Kat to Constantine, a man who is long dead and hated. But I believe the real Kat might surprise us all. What McCord stated about her is available here. In any case, Kat isn't leaving, and the consequences of this will be felt for some time. And now it looks like we're going to meet Katharina. I'm still not sure why she had plastic surgery to change her appearance from Abigail. Was it merely to conceal the truth from Felicity and Aaron? Since they haven't brought up a sibling yet. I had assumed Felicity would visit there this week, but she informed Mark that Abigail made her think of their mother instead. When you finish this ruse on Monday, Days, make it make sense. Reverse spiral. Thus, contrary to what I had imagined, they aren't really pairing off Chanel and Alex. Instead, they are simply driving Johnny insane with envy. And quickly. In the space of a few seconds, we went from everything being perfect to you cheating bitch. Don't make Johnny the next terrifying DiMera, please. That family is allowed to contain excellent people. There has to be something for him to do, even though I've been wanting him to do something more thrilling that won't make him become another Stefano, but then, I could also become a monster if I had to deal with body and soul every day. Regretfully, spoilers ahead of time suggest that might happen sooner rather than later. Because this week marks the conclusion of the 2 main stories, we're going into BNS. Past redemption. Heartbreaking was the fallout between Xander and Fiona, but mostly from Xander's point of view. The realization of the truth broke him. I desired sympathy for Fiona. She seemed to be living only for her son, and I could sense that she was afraid and in a difficult situation. It was terrifying, though, how she attempted to kill Sarah once more by pushing her wheelchair down the steps. Fiona, take that I know myself and I wouldn't have done it attitude and shove it. By the end, they really just went all in to turn her into the antagonist. And that completely destroyed my ability to sympathize as well as my desire to do so. It's possible that she may have been spared as a character if, upon being faced by Sarah, she had broken down, admitted it, and perhaps even attempted pleading with her without attempting to kill her. However, I am unable to witness Sarah helplessly struggling to stop her wheelchair as Fiona begged her to shut up and that it was for the best. Days of Our Lives, damn you. Though we've had the opportunity to get to know and bond with Xander, I understand how strange it is to feel this way given that he was literally on the verge of killing Brady. Having stated that, Maggie said, "Oh, Xander, how could you attempt Brady's death? Though it's okay, I won't ever hate you," was a little too much. However, the point is that before to all of this, we didn't truly know Fiona. Even still, it was fantastic to witness the Brady/Fiona showdown, in which she cried and begged for forgiveness while he raged behind bars. Whether or not Serena Scott Thomas has a disability, she has been an amazing addition. The way a healthy marriage should support each other is for Sarah to console Xander through his emotions and reassure him that he was the one Fiona wounded, not her. Xander then promised to hold Fiona accountable. This is not as healthful. He is still Xander, though. And with that in mind, perhaps Fiona can do a miracle someday if he could grow to be a beloved figure. However, I'm not sure how long she'll be staying. What's next for the family? The fall preview promised us a fight over Titan. And based on spoilers, I'm going to assume that the beginning of it all will occur when Xander hands Kristen the reins. Whoa, we could see the jail once more. Why don't they hold more conversations there rather than audience members in the interrogation chamber of the SPD? High school was a long time ago. Is it a Salem thing more than anything else, or do teens hop from one person to the next as quickly? Tate has already boarded the Sophia train, having once been fixated on Holly. I was laughing so hard when Stephen Nichols told Kayla, "You're my mommy," following the fake DNA test. Mark said, "She also mentioned that your brother was here. We're having a conversation right now. What are your desires?" Chad inquired. Mark gave Chad his congrats. "Why?" "You barely know us," remarked Chad. Chad recalled the day he and Mark had run across Abigail in the park. "Hold on." "Sure, I know you," said Chad. Chad mentioned that he had previously seen Abigail with Mark. Abigail said that she had been speaking on the phone with Mark, with whom she was acquainted. "Furthermore, I'm not sure why he's here." "Mark, why are you in Paris?" asking Abigail. Mark silently fixed his gaze on Chad. "I need to know what the hell is going on right now, somebody please." Chad bellowed. Mark expressed regret. Mark said, "Please understand that I had no other option." Mark produced the revolver just as Chad was beginning to question why he was sorry. Abigail and Chad retreated inside the apartment. After they entered, Mark shut the door behind them. "Mark! Oh Lord! How are you spending your time? Set down the firearm." Abigail let out a scream. "I apologize. I am, truly," Mark remarked, "but he said there's no other way." "Who made that statement? Who gave the order to murder me?" Chad inquired. Kayla was so upset that she stormed into the Brady pub and informed Roman that she had been unable to get in touch with Chad while she was in Paris. Kayla complained, "It looks like Chad and Abigail are getting married again." "And that's not something positive," stated Roman. "No," Kayla replied. Roman questioned Kayla about her unhappiness, feeling concerned. "Tell Chad what you need to tell him," Roman inquired. Kayla stated that he's about to marry a woman who is not Abigail. When Roman inquired about the results of the DNA test, Kayla said that a dubious Steve had verified the error of the initial test. It was tampered with, Kayla claimed. Roman inquired as to who. Kayla said, "Someone I thought I could trust." When Kayla described what had transpired, Roman couldn't help but wonder why Mark would assist the fictitious Abigail. Kayla claimed, "I tried to contact Mark and confront him about all of this, but he's disappeared." Roman remarked, "I'm glad you didn't find this guy and confront him." Roman maintained that Mark posed a threat. Mark was branded as callous by Kayla for deceiving a bereaved family. "How could my opinion of someone be so incorrect? Really, this man was a competent physician." Kayla remarked, "I genuinely thought he was a decent man." Kayla was advised by Roman to let the cops handle the situation. Kayla said that she had discussed the matter with Jada already. Roman stated, "Now we just have to hope the Salem Police Department finds this bastard and charges him with committing fraud. Hopefully. Prior to him harming anyone else," Kayla stated. Kayla acknowledged that Jennifer had been correct, shaking her head. Her mother had a gut feeling that the woman wasn't Abigail. Kayla remarked, "We ought to have all paid attention to her." Roman said, "Jack, my God, he's going to be crushed." Kayla expressed her grief for Jennifer, Jack, and Chad. Kayla remarked, "I just pray to God that Chad had not yet wed that scammer." Kayla held Clyde responsible for leading Chad astray. Kayla stated, "Steve left for Paris this morning in an attempt to prevent Chad from getting married to that imposter. Perhaps he arrives on schedule," Roman remarked. Mark declared in Paris that Clyde wanted Chad killed because he was married to Abigail. Shaking her way in front of Chad, Abigail cried out, "You can't do this." Mark gave Abigail the order to move aside while his hands trembled. Abigail declined. "You have to shoot me first if you want to shoot him," Abigail remarked. Mark screamed for Abigail to get up. Steve sneaked into the apartment and took Mark out from behind while Abigail and Mark were fighting. "Steve? What is happening?" Chad inquired. "I'll explain the situation to you." Steve remarked, "This woman is not Abigail." Chad looked horrified at Abigail.